Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. This video. I ain't made a video since the Heart Part 6, I think it was. And so now pretty much everything is like ended as far as the diss tracks, I say. It's a whole bunch of other crazy stuff going on, like as far as like real life with it. Like everybody that's just been popping up to Drake house and stuff, and then the whole Kendrick stealing fans' tweets for his diss songs, and then they came out and said that Drake was doing the same thing. There's a lot of like weird accusations coming out now, so I feel like the ending of the beef, it was like settled, but like people, they really ain't give no explanation or reasons why. I feel like they were saying, well, everybody was saying how this rap beef was like supposed to be good for, it was supposed to be good for like hip hop and the culture and stuff. But I low-key feel like it wasn't. And it's like 50-50 because on one hand, I feel like it wasn't good for hip hop because like nowadays people don't really like, it's not the same look on hip hop as it used to be. Like as far as what's good or what's like not good or how people kind of look at it or listen to the music. I feel like everything is more based off of the popular vote, like what everybody wants to go with or what's trendy at the moment. Like I don't feel like people were even taking in like the music because it seemed like the whole diss was centered around Drake being a pedophile. Like once Kendrick said that, like it was no longer what the beef was or who was actually up on who, depending on what song was dropped and what was said in each song. Like nobody even paid attention to what was really being said. It was more of the like the pedophile shit. That was like the more focus with it, I feel like. And that's because too, I feel like it's perfect timing for somebody to say that like in a beef about another person, because then like with the whole Diddy shit going on, it just looks like everybody who's in a high like stature is doing the same thing as far as that weird shit. So I feel like that's really kind of what had the beef on a like in a headlock the entire time. Like once he said that, because if we was being more honest about who was winning the rap like beef, it was a lot more close at first than what people was saying until the whole pedophile shit came out, and then when he dropped back to back to kind of like quiet out, what I'm saying, Drake just kind of like make everybody forget about it, just basically mute it out, and then that's kind of what gave him the momentum. And then he dropped with like he doubled back the next day with a song like Not Like Us, so it just kind of made it seem like everything was way more like off than what it was. But if you really think about it, like okay, Kendrick came out with Meet the Grahams after Family Matters, and everything that was said in that song was apparently flawed because Drake came out with the Heart Part 6 a few days later or whatever, and then he was talking about how everything in the song was fake, that the fake mode that he thought he had, like all the information was fake, and he just wasn't really coming with nothing that was real, basically was being said in that song. So then a lot of people were saying, well, like, since Not Like Us dropped first and you dropped this, it kind of sounded like you backing out because I guess people will want you to respond. Like if you're going to come with like an anthem, like a club song like that, then people will want you to respond with something like that. Well, in his case, he came with just, everybody was saying like it was like timestamp Drake. He came in that mode. A lot of people were saying that the song sucked just because it's like he was waving the white flag. Just because he was saying what he was saying at the end when he was like, it was good exercise. He was talking in past tense, or basically making it seem like he wasn't going to be addressing shit no more, dropping no more songs. So people kind of took what he said, and then, I feel like he was really just saying like, you're going to have to come a little harder than what you're coming because you've been giving out all these diss songs based off of false information. So like now you're going to have to kind of rethink your whole angle. That's what I felt like he was coming from it and saying, because if I'm getting on a song and I'm saying everything that you said was capped because I gave you the information, how do I not get no cool points for that? Or how do I not get no points up in the battle for that? Because he thought he had the one up on me by apparently having a mole which was in his first diss track he made, like, oh, yo, OVO squad, like, they ain't really solid how you think they are, because I got them feed me information. Okay, but the whole time it was a plot on you, because now at this point, if you're gonna come to me and think that I'm gonna be disloyal to who I've been rocking with, then we gonna use that against you. I'm gonna be like, hey, such and such did whoop the whoop. He trying to get me to basically, you know what I'm saying, turn my back on you. So what we gonna do about this? So instead of blowing it up into a whole thing, they just said, well, since we in this rap beef right now, let's go ahead and make him think that he, you know what I'm saying, tapped in like he think he is. And then it just went from that being, well, why would you give somebody information and whoop de whoop? Like, okay, but if you at home, if it was one of us at home that came out with the whole idea in our brain and we did it, we would have thought it was the livest shit ever. So like, I don't know, it was just a lot of people just really like not even putting the music into perspective for real. Like, nobody was really listening to each song, comparing each song, you know what I'm saying, and just really taking it in for what it was. Family Matters was a good diss, and a lot of people were just saying that it was trash, or not even saying, like, you had people saying it was trash, but you also had people too that was just saying that it wasn't good enough. Like, how is it not good enough for the response of, what was it, 616 in LA? That was the song that dropped before Drake dropped that. So I feel like that was a great response to that diss. And then, like I said, Kendrick just had a more strategic way about he was going with the beef. I feel like Drake had a strategy too, but his strategy really stemmed from rushing him to drop, because he had that whole mole thing that he was hiding in the back, like in the back of his mind, that Kendrick had no idea about. So I feel like that's why Drake was really trying to push him to, like, you know what I'm saying, like, come on, we want to hear what you got to say, just because he already knew that he had the upper hand with the whole fake info shit that he was gonna pull. So he wanted Kendrick to drop his songs and then basically come out with his song being like, yeah, I'm finna step on your neck, and then the song after me stepping on your neck, I'm finna come and say, well, everything that you said in the end was really fake, but all my shit was factual. Like, everything I said about you was factual. Which gets into another point. Everything that Drake was saying, people wasn't even listening to it and taking into account what he was actually saying about Kendrick Lamar. Like, the whole point of the beef, I feel like too, was to try and like tear down the other person's character and their image. You got Kendrick Lamar, a dude who really low key for real. He not really in the limelight, but he from Compton, California. So it's like he already has a perception about himself from the outside looking in anyway. And then from the people who really know him, and him being in LA is very, very, like, I feel like in a sense culture, but they stick together in the sense of what their culture is and what it represents to everybody. And they proudful of their culture over there. So you got to do it like that. And then you got a guy like Drake who's had this long ass career and he's been at the top for basically forever. And you know more about him because he stays in the limelight in the media. So it's just like a lot of people, I feel like, have a perception of a person. It can be anybody. Like, people are always just going to hate you just because, or just find any reason to not like you because you have all that going on. A lot of people project their own hurt and shit that's going on with them onto everybody all the time, whether they realize it or not. So it don't even have to be necessarily just Drake, but you got people who are going to hate you for anything in general. So I feel like this whole little beef was just to, the judgment came based off of two trying to tear down Drake. Like, it wasn't even about if Drake or Kendrick was better for real at times. I feel like a lot of the times it was more about shit, well, we don't want Drake to win. We don't like Drake, so we just gonna really listen to what he say and just say it's trash regardless of what he was saying about Kendrick. Because in this whole thing, Drake was getting accused for being a pedophile and doing this, that, and the third, but then everything Drake was saying about Kendrick, nobody really said nothing about, because I know a lot of y'all don't agree with a man putting his hands on a woman. Kendrick Lamar beating the shit out of his girl, and nobody said nothing about that. That's cap. They just said it's cap. The girl, she never came. I haven't seen no reports of her coming out, and I ain't seen no breaking news of them saying she came out and said that Drake is lying on the diss track. She ain't said shit the entire time. Now, granted, she could probably feel like, I need to stay out of it. This is them two cool, she probably feel that way too. But I feel like if somebody's accusing you of getting beat, like your family or somebody gonna tap in and be like, hey, like, I don't know if you heard what they've been saying in this song, but has he been doing this to you? Because they gonna try to go do something to Kendrick. If anything, like I know she gotta have some type of big brother, big cousin, daddy, uncle, something. They ain't going for that shit. They don't give a fuck if he famous or not. You blood, you come first anyway. So it's just like, I don't know. I feel like that was kind of played a major role in it. Like nobody really, and this is being honest because I've been gave Kendrick his props on every song that he dropped, and I gave my honest opinion on it. But it's just like niggas never really just gave the music a real chance for real. Everything because and that just comes from, like I said, nobody really taking into account what Drake was saying because Drake accused him of a lot of shit. Like, and people were saying it was weak because it didn't hit as hard as being called a pedophile. Well, shit, at the end of the day, if they, like I said, if they both trying to put a stain on each other, we gotta take all of it into account and sit back and say, okay, what's real and what's not, or damn, I saw them in a certain way, or they portray themselves as a certain way, but behind closed doors, they really doing this. Like nobody took both sides of that into account. It was just Drake's side. Nobody looked at Kendrick and said that because, like I said, everybody, I know majority of the people, 90% of just men in general, if you a real nigga, like if you care anything about your mama or sister, if you have any like woman in your life, you is not going for nobody putting their hands on them. So to just ignore that is crazy. Like, and then the whole Drake, the whole scrutiny Drake got on the freed the slaves line. Like, okay, you got to look at the context of which he said it and why he said it. I feel like he was basing it off of Kendrick Lamar claiming to be so pro-black and so much of a black, you know what I'm saying, role model to the black community. Like, you so pro-black this, but you beat on your woman. You talk about me and my race and my ethnicity and being proud and having black in my bloodline, but you know what I'm saying, your wife is mixed and shit like that, or you really do fuck with white women on the low, like you have sex with them, but you so pro-black. Like that's more of the angle he was trying to push. So he was like, you not really the activist that you portraying to be. Like, nigga, you have flaws in you too. And that's basically what Drake was using for that. But like everybody was scrutinizing that. And then I hate that shit too, because it's just like black people don't never want to really stand for nothing until they feel like everybody as a collective is doing it. Or even then, like people don't even really, like, when was the last time you donated to a GoFundMe for something? When is the last time you went and actually gave back in your community? Like, we be so strong towards giving back to the respect of our race and shit like that, but then we ain't even really doing shit for real in real life. We only say shit when it's more convenient, or we really only do shit when it's when the light is shining on us. Like behind closed doors, like ain't nobody really riding like that. People just gonna say they don't give a fuck and go on about their day. So that's how that really go too. I don't like how a lot of people was trying to use that shit against him, but it's just like, okay, you get mad at me for being proud of having that black bloodline in my life and that culture and history in my life, but you supposed to be pro-black, so you should be riding for anybody that have pride in being black and, you know what I'm saying, carry their way with that black charisma, that confidence and shit like that. You should be all for this, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was more of the angle he was trying to go with that. And yeah, the kid, his son, his kid not being his, is that not like a thing? Like, if you was with a girl since high school and y'all in y'all 30s now, and y'all had a kid and you've been raising it thinking it's yours and it's not yours the whole time, it's one of your best friends, like, would you not feel some type of way about that? Like, that's why I'm just trying to get people to like come and be real with the reaction to what's being said about each person. Like, yeah, the pedophile shit is crazy too, but it's just like, everything that he said about Drake would have held way more weight just because people wanted to see Drake lose. Like, Drake songs never got, like, Push-Ups is better than I even gave it a chance for it, because I had got so caught up in people saying his songs was trash. I kind of listened to it a couple times, or I listened to it like once, and then I kind of laid off of it for a little bit because people were saying it was trash. And I never even really like gave it a chance for real. So I caught myself doing it too. And then I went back and listened to it a couple of times. I'm like, okay, he actually said some shit about Kendrick in this. And this is I like the beat. The only thing I didn't like about it was the 50 push-ups, like being like how he was like kind of saying it. It was kind of cringe to me, but I get the whole 50 push-ups thing. It was the whole, I don't know if y'all seen the Kendrick Lamar video where he was doing push-ups in the park, but like just using that as part of his this on him talking about his percentages and shit like that. So from his label. So I don't know, man. I just feel like it wasn't judged fairly. But Kendrick Lamar definitely won before y'all start acting all weird in the comments and saying I'm saying dick riding because I'm a Drake fan and shit like that. Like, no, Kendrick Lamar won, but he won strategically. It wasn't just strongly based off the music, because if we was going on that tip, it was a way closer battle. And Meet the Grams, like I said, it's like a flawed song because like everything that he was saying in the song was fake, or whatever this song it was that he was talking about. All the stuff that Drake had and like the jacket and all that shit, like all the stuff that he had provided, the 11-year-old daughter, all that shit was fake. Like, come on, man, that's got to count for something, bro. Because if he's making a whole song about nothing but lies, and we want them to be putting real dirt on each other, because you're trying to tear down somebody's character, at least come with facts. Don't just come with bullshit and just have people out here dry hating somebody, because then that's gonna look lame on you. Like you out here lying and basically wanting people to hate somebody just because you don't like them. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of dry. That's lame to me. I ain't gonna lie. Like that ain't some shit I would do. But honestly too, like I feel like most of these niggas is mad. Like all the other niggas, like I said, they mad at Drake. They beefing with Drake because Drake was fucking their girl. Let's just be honest. Like Drake is fucking these niggas, like he fucking their girls, bro. And that's why niggas be getting mad. Like they got all this money, and I still to this day don't understand. Like when you rich and you have a status like them, like you're not like, bro, you're not finding somebody that's gonna fall in love with you, bro. You gonna the female that you find, she gonna be the littest female on Instagram. She probably lit in her city. She gonna be trying to get at you just because she knows she lit, so she got a better chance at making, you know what I'm saying, your roster or something. She ain't really fucking with you just because she wants you for real, she love you. She just fucking with you anyway because of what you gonna provide for her, what you can do for her. Like she not fucking with you just to be locked in with you for real. So I don't see how they be getting caught up over these girls. Like with all this money they got, like bro, y'all can lose a girl to another rapper or somebody, or just whatever, you just lose it, and you can instantly go find another one or bag another one or two or three or four. Like y'all got all the money in the world. Like that's what majority of these females out here is chasing anyway, is the money. So they don't care how they gotta get it or what they gotta do to get in the door to get it. Like they gonna do what they gotta do. So I don't be understanding that, man. These rich, high profile dudes, bro, they be having it all the way backwards. So I feel like that's the majority of the reason why some of these dudes is hating on Drake. But you can't say Drake ain't a real one, like, because even Thug vouched and said like Drake don't get enough credit as he should, because he one of the only people that he's seen that'll be in a position that he in and know that he can go #1 every song, or whatever song he get on with somebody, they gonna blow up. Like he do it regardless, because he know that that's gonna be the outcome of it. He know he gonna get on like a 4-bats type of song, and it's gonna shoot his career up. You know what I'm saying? He know the effect that he have on people in their careers and shit like that. So he didn't gave a lot of these niggas stimulus packages, and they coming back to try and end his career and make him look like he like just the fakest person in the industry. So yeah, I just lost perspective on the beef and what it was supposed to mean. It was supposed to be like a cultural, like hip hop moment, and the more I looked at what everything was going on, how the internet trolled, how everybody was just dick riding Kendrick, because if we being honest, a lot of people don't even really like Kendrick like that for real. Like Kendrick do have a big fan base, but it's not like how it's looking like right now. Like it's never been this many Kendrick fans, bro. It's never been this many people that rock with Kendrick. A lot of y'all don't even have Kendrick Lamar in y'all playlist. Y'all have more Drake in your playlist and rotation than you do Kendrick Lamar, if you have any Kendrick Lamar. So I just saw a lot of the beef for what it was. You got people who don't have no type of music taste. You got Playboy Cardi is your favorite rapper of all time, and you coming in here saying that Drake is getting washed or Drake is this, Drake is that. Nothing. It was that you say, oh, not like us, not like us. Shit, that was Kendrick's best song out of the whole thing. That's the only song that y'all have on replay. Y'all not replaying Meet the Grams. Y'all not replaying 616 in LA. Y'all not replaying Euphoria. Like, y'all gave that shit one spin during the week it came out, and y'all ain't listen to that shit no more. But I guarantee you, you're going to get in somebody's car, you're going to hear Family Matters playing more. You're going to probably hear Push-Ups. A lot of people like Push-Ups. They fucking with it. I'm fucking with it more. So, you know what I'm saying? You're going to hear a lot more of Drake shit in rotation. You're going to hear that Not Like Us all summer because them West Coast niggas going to be fucking with that shit. So, you're going to be hearing that a lot, but you ain't finna just be hearing all them other songs that Kendrick dropped. Let's be honest. So, and Kendrick just finally got his first #1 solo single on the Billboard 100. Why? Because he got bro name in his mouth. So it's just like, y'all not really fucking with bro like that for real, bro. Drake name hold more weight than anybody name in the industry right now. Anything attached to him is going #1. Anything attached to him is going viral. So the only reason why your quote unquote favorite rapper Kendrick Lamar is even relevant right now is because he's talking about Drake. So let's get that understood right now too, for all you niggas that's done forgot, that's gonna think that you can just end the career of the GOAT like that. Like, niggas be acting like just because LeBron 40 years old now, he not going to the finals, like he's still not the best fucking player in the league. Let's not get it fucking misconstrued, nigga. He's still the GOAT. Fuck. And he's still out rapping whoever the fuck you listening to in your rotation right now anyway. More hits, more #1s, nigga, more timeless music. Fuck is you saying? We got the more timeless music, nigga. We are the #1 fucking label and rap group in the fucking world. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? We still #1. Fuck. This little weak ass L ain't gonna do nothing to us, nigga. We finna cook. And he dropped on Instagram today saying that he was finna be in the lab. It's summertime now. It's my time now. You know, I own the summer. I'm finna take over the summer. I'm finna be cooking up all summer. Cause I'm finna own the second half of the year. Y'all ain't did nothing but wake up a monster. That's all y'all did. But that's going to be it for this video, man. I just had to pop my shit a little bit before I got up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all for the subs, man. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. So y'all go ahead and keep on subbing and sharing the videos, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I think that's all I got for y'all boys, man. If I missed something, let me know in the comments down below. It's been your boy. I'm gone.